important for Keen that the lanes go well, and the Troll helps that now that they've picked it up, because Troll definitely one of the strongest laning carries of the current meta. Yeah, I'm not even sure what people like in terms of carry matchups versus the Troll. Okay, yeah, I guess Void works. It's a carry with a lot of lockdown, though still have to be careful of getting like chain rooted or something like that. What are Troll's worst matchups? Worst versus OD, Tinker, Bat, Razor, Pango. Yeah, so just things that can like waste his ulti, drain his damage, blind him. Okay. Wait, this is very similar to a draft that Aster went for yesterday, isn't it? Oh, not quite. They did have like a similar opening. They opened the Omni Rubik in that third game versus Keen, but then it was Razor, Tusk, and TA. So what are we gonna see to go with this Void? Could still be an Invoker coming up. I think that would be all right. Quas-Wex or Quas-Exort. Do need to be cautious of the fact that actually they got the last pick, so not actually that much of an issue. Yeah, okay, Keen in a bit of a tight spot. So they're just going to take their other support here. Maybe just take, like, Lion or something? I think they need a little bit more lockdown for this Void. Or the other approach is to pick some kind of saving... hero. But their lockdown situation is just so weird currently. Like, it's Coddle ulti and Lasso, and that's kind of it. I think it would be nice to have some other stuns that threaten the Void just a little bit more. Oh, they go Beastmaster. Man, Keen always does kind of strange stuff. Wait, so where is this Beastmaster playing? Is Beastmaster like a... Or is it Batrider 4? And then Beastmaster 3? Coddle's definitely 5. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's it. Alright, that seems kind of weird. It is more lockdown for the Void. It's going to give them some vision game for the Batrider to play with, so they can like find the Omni Knight and the supports in the back lines and try and go in on them. Interesting. Maybe trying to exploit the longer cooldown of the Chrono a little bit, but Beastmaster is not a hero that we see very much of currently, so I'm a bit surprised to see him come out here. But they're also picking Beastmaster into Omni Knight, like... It's not like Omni can save Grace constantly, but... I don't know. Beastmaster is kind of a strong laner. Maybe that's the plan. They just want to try and run over the lanes. Because this now even more looks like this kind of situation where if Aster kind of win the laning stage, then I don't know what Keen's lineup is really going to do. They've got some deep push and stuff like that, but that's about it. So the TA is going to be the ban. Unfortunately, Aster are the ones who have to ban it just because Keen do have the pick coming out of this phase. I think the mid needs to kind of... the mid needs to do a decent amount of damage. They're probably thinking along the lines of something right-clicky because they've got the Beastmaster aura, but they also don't want to be all in on auto attacks because then Aster are only going to itemize against that. Okay, so they just pick OD. The astral save is potentially useful against Void so long as you don't get chronoed. I believe that was it Sunby was complaining on Twitter recently that the Glimpse astral interaction has changed. I forget how it changed though. Let's see if I can pull that up. And just go for the classic sniper counter. Picking up the OD. Oh, picking up the sniper against the OD. Man, I have not seen a sniper in a while, but he is playing against a Bat Rider, but it's a support Bat and the Beastmaster. So there is some stuff to get into the backlines, but there's also an Omni and kind of a Void this game to give him a little bit of frontline. So, yeah, so what's up? So banishes such as Odie's Astral, Puck Shift, Shadow Demon's Disruption, and Manta now dodge Glimpse. He used to appear at the Glimpse location once the banish ends. Oh, weird. So I wonder if that's still the case. I doubt they changed it, and this post was made like within the last 2 weeks. Interesting. Okay. Look, I'm favoring Aster here. I think Keen's draft is just a bit weird. If they can get the right matchups, then maybe they'll do okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't have the game sound on for you guys. There you go. You got some game sound now. But yeah, if they can get the right matchups, then maybe. But this Omni Knight just looks like such an ownage hero this game. Like, what do they do against what do they do about this Omni Knight?
Prepare
it really seems like Omni is just it got picked so early, and yet I really don't think it's being dealt with appropriately here. Anyway, I guess we will just have to see. You know, that's all we can do. This is game 2 of the lower bracket finals for the StarLadder Minor China qualifiers. Aster versus Keen Gaming, and Aster currently leading 1-0, looking for that rematch up against Newbie, who are currently waiting over in the grand finals. That best of 5 coming your way later today for that minor qualification spot. Oh, Coddle. All right. Oh, wow, I haven't seen this counterplay against attempting to check if the ward is on this side, but because Sniper was standing in there, now Coddle doesn't know if the ward is here or not, because the vision was being provided by Sniper. So the fact that the tower hit him is not an indicator. Wow, that's really cool, actually. It's such a little thing, but all these little mind games in Dota really add up. So yeah, it's not going to be obvious for him to say to his OD, yeah, the ward's on this side, and once I send you a sentry, you can deward it. That's super cool. Love the little things in Dota, guys. What an amazing game. Anyway, so we do have this dual lane being put together. Keen not trying to dodge or do anything interesting. They are just going to go for the Bat plus Beastmaster, trying to pressure down here. See how it goes. Should be at least a little bit difficult for the Void. Otherwise, what was the point of picking the Beastmaster? And SRF has gone for a pretty aggro build with the Orb of Venom picked up early on. The Disruptor does do quite a lot of damage with the Thunderstrike. They don't have the best way to kill these boars, so should be at least some kind of pressure on SCCC, although the SCCC Void is not going to be the big focus this game. It's really about, can they get on top of this Sniper? Are they going to be able to deal with him effectively? Because this is not a fun matchup for OD. Maybe it's changed a little bit. Both of these heroes have changed a bit here and there, as Batrider does get a quick D-ward at bottom. But still, you just take so much harassment and you can never Astral him. So definitely seems like a matchup where Sniper's still going to get a ton of farm. And Boboka coming over here wants to use the pull, but the Hawks have been blocking it pretty consistently. Nicely done by SRF, so even with this D-ward, it's not going to help. Still still needs to make sure that he constantly puts it all the way up on the cliff, otherwise Baboka's going to kill it, and then that is not going to be a fun time. Salve already being forced out from the OD. Omni Knight getting a ton of farm at top. Keeper of the Light even getting driven out somewhat by Fade, who did not go for the headdress or anything this time around, just opted to bring a bunch of extra regen to the lane. It is pretty bursty with the Troll plus Caudle, so you really want to be full HP as much as possible. Otherwise they're going to force a trade. And the support Batrider just putting some pressure on Baboka. Is going to get ticked down pretty heavily by this Flame Break, but certainly not dead. And support Batrider used to be pretty popular. Some of the recent changes have sort of taken it out of the limelight. If you're going to be picking it, it's going to be super important that you absolutely dominate your lane. So we'll see if that works out. Is he using take aim or not? Gotta use the active. Force the X on this triple C. Don't quite manage to knock him backwards with the Flame Break, unfortunately. And does have a salve to heal himself back up. Omni is just getting so much up here. Success already with his whole Soul Ring.
The armor have omniscience.
Even opting for lots of early points in the Heavenly Grace, which is interesting.
Nay.
How much better is level 2 versus level 1? So double the strength and 50% more HP regen. Not too bad. Okay, the take aim has been used. There you go. Anyone who is wondering, myself included, he is actually using the take aim occasionally. So this lane is really not, they're not like shutting out SCCC or anything like that. And the Batrider's now a little bit low on mana. Gets glimpsed back. Does have a mango. Jumps back in, and that's actually death. Maybe a kill up at top. Fade does get brought down. I thought there was going to be something happening here, but SCCC didn't even come over. He's actually just trying to get this boar. But SRF, nice little bit of micro. SCCC will be forced to jump himself backwards. And Fade with the TP mid. What's going on here? I don't know if this has been spotted at all, actually. So he's gonna grab himself an invis and then maybe make something happen. Baboka's dead at bottom. SRF. Apologies for the T-Tours. Wants to cancel this salve, but SCCC needs to be careful now. Gets a couple of bashes on the Batrider, though. So looking like Void might be brought down. He's got some stick charges to play around with. There are bounty runes spawning in the meantime. But we'll keep our attention here. One more auto attack from the board does it. Bit of overcommitment, and Keen Gaming up 3-0 in the beginning of this laning stage here. Fade's still sitting with the invis at mid here. This is maybe if there's a kill here, then it will justify the T-Tours, but no, Fade's actually leaving. So all right, back gonna grab both of those bounties. Top bounties were both grabbed by XXS, so 2-2 split. And Keeper of the Light running over towards mid, but it's just a plan award. No real gank to be found on this. On this sniper, as OD has actually closed the gap pretty nicely in the last couple of minutes. Not doing too badly. SRF deny on that boar, and Fade still floating around at mid. Making an attempt on XXS at top, realizing that the Rubik is not there, not going to let him just sit and farm the lane. Lots of time being used by Fade camping out this mid lane. I think he wants to cancel this salve, but couldn't quite find him in the fog. Loki getting going on, gonna get bounced back into the boar, and now with the Orb of Venom as well, looking like a very dead disruptor. SCCC can't really help him. And there you go, Keen get it. XXS getting looked towards the top. They got the Blinding Light to push him back. Kama just looking for a root or a little bit more damage. The heals are there, but it's not quite enough. Everything was still on cooldown. And Keen now a 5-0 lead in this laning stage. Just not feeling the impact of the Aster supports. I think Fade just felt like he wasn't needed top anymore, but if he was up there, they definitely would not have gotten that kill. The Fade Bolt is super useful dealing with Troll's damage. But I guess feeling some pressure that bottom lane's getting gone on and dying, and that maybe there's better Troll threat there. Should get the imprisonment here. But he's looking for something with Fade, waiting for him, and now Cheon's got these, it's only a level 2, but he does have the shrapnel ready to go. OD manages to survive, and Batrider thinking about committing here, just going to go for the D-Ward instead. Fade comes back over, Fade Bolt available. Sniper has not taken the Assassinate, and OD with the Salve actually healing back up pretty nicely. Can't really commit for this kill. He's thinking about the Sanities, but no way that it does enough damage at this point, so just going to have to let that one go. And Troll Warlord doing really nicely at top. Is that Phase Boots coming out on the courier? Yeah, he's got his Phase Boots already. Yeah, this is where the lane starts to get a bit more tough for XXS. He's going to be able to get the D-Ward here, but nice little deny as Fade dies and then OD dies at mid. Oh no. How did that even happen? Did he get lifted up the cliff? Like he died here. So there was a regen rune, there's a regen rune top. It wasn't even like a rune battle. Okay, that's good for Aster. Get that kill on the sniper. Man, I'm really missing a lot of kills this game. Oh boy. We'll focus up. We'll focus up, team. We got this. Got to get all the T-Toursing out now before Grand Finals. Won't miss a kill during the Grand Finals. That's the guarantee. So what's Sniper going for? Just some treads so far. We do have the Keeper of the Light down here at bottom. Sniper is jungling. Rubik's kind of soaking mid, but not really coming forward. Boboka's getting gone on by the Batrider, but SRF's a little bit far away to help. Jump forward, look for the bash. Now the roar onto the Void. He's got the Chronosphere, but is he going to survive long enough? SCC throws at the defensive Chrono as now the Sniper comes TPing in, looking for this kill, but the Flame Break still finds him, and that might actually be enough damage to bring him down. SRF dies, but Aster also going to lose one more as that Boar brings down Boboka. So a Chronosphere used, and they only got the one kill. Cheon's looking for a little bit more, though. Couple more shots on this Keeper of the Light. He does have a smoke, and he's gonna live. Very nicely done. So I almost made it a little bit of a better situation, but still, your mid laner TPing bottom to only kill the off lane, and then you lose your carry, who... Chronosphere is basically a free kill in the early stages of the game, so long as you rotate the appropriate heroes. So using it like that to only get the off laner, not a good look. It's so weird to me that the OD is able to just sit here and continue farming mid, and that the Sniper is the one, like, jungling more and rotating more. Oh, they want Sniper bottom. They've already got a Helm of the Dominator picked up for this Beastmaster, looking for the knockback. Centaur closes the gap. They are going to come TPing in here, trying to look for the turnaround. Batrider diving perhaps a little bit too deep. They've already lost the Keeper of the Light. What is this dive? Keen Gaming double kill instantly for Aster. What on earth was that? They just didn't even do any damage to him. Batrider was so far away, like didn't get the lasso off. Sniper, was it even Sniper doing damage to the Keeper of the Light? I guess it was, but very weird dive. Fade in trouble, just gonna throw the OD down onto the low ground. OD going for Force Staff first. Void. He's looking to pick up a Diffusal. Bit interesting to see the Diffusal as the selection instead of the Maelstrom, but I think does go to show you what SCCC views his role in this game as. He's the one who's going to be running around and ganking a little bit more, and it's really up to the Sniper to just sort of sit back and farm. And he's going to be going for a Mask of Madness here. What is XXS going for? Maybe just a drum or something? A Royal Jelly for OD. Is it really that useful for OD? Do you really need mana regen? I guess the HP regen's nice. He's a mid laner. He's always going to take the jelly. Let's face facts here, guys. There's absolutely... You're the mid laner. You got a pretty high opinion of yourself. You're like, you know what? Look, this royal jelly, it's mine. I don't care. Someone else can have the other one. Maybe I'm feeling generous. Maybe the carry can have it. There's a double damage waiting there, but unfortunately couldn't quite pick it up in time. Blinding light back. That's going to shut down some of the sniper's damage. Defensive Astral, but now they're going to get the glimpse back on the OD, and he's trapped in the Static Storm kinetic field. Batrider going to try and buy a little bit of time, as does the Will-O-Wisp. Lots of heroes here for Aster as Fade steals the Firefly. SCCC needs to get out. Baboka going to be left for dead. And a very awkward turnaround as now Sniper's getting locked on top of by Kama. Has the battle trance. Not sure if he even needs to pop it to grab this kill. Good turnaround from Keen as they bring 4 heroes to fight 4. Very weird fight to break out in the river like that, but okay. Like, well, what are they even fighting for here? I guess they just wanted the quick Batrider pickoff. SCCC's feeling a little bit behind, and with that, top 3 net worth all on the side of Keen. Things looking pretty good currently. Troll Warlord in a bit of danger, but it's only 2 points glimpse, and Kama does have some teammates nearby. SRF applying a ton of pressure bottom with his Dominators. He's working great. Like I said, you gotta, if you're gonna pick like Beastmaster and Batrider, you better win the lane, and win the lane they did. So now Beastmaster just gonna look towards Necrobook, and his pushing potential is going to be crazy. I was talking about it as if Aster winning the lanes with, you know, they're kind of a lineup, being able to just sort of 5-man. Though that did change a bit when they picked the Sniper. They're sort of back on being the more defensive team after the Sniper pick. But the opposite is happening. It's Keen Gaming who are winning the laning stage and then just kind of running away with it. Odie's got his Force Staff, Troll getting his Diffusal Blade delivered in a second. Batrider is just going for a Hood, maybe going to be picking up a relatively early pipe here. And they really need to hammer this timing as much as they can. You can see that they're going straight for it. Immediate smoke up. What are they looking for? They've got a Hawk kind of scouting in this area. Batrider with a haste, giving a little bit of vision around mid lane. They want the Sniper. Can they actually get him far enough here? Lasso's still lasting a little while, and they've got the Will-O-Wisp. Surviving for a bit. Fade, I believe. Oh, I didn't steal anything. I was wondering if he stole the blind. But they get the Sniper, and that is going to easily pave the way to pick up this tower. Nothing that Aster could do to help out. I don't know where this Omni Knight's still just kind of chilling in his own lane. XXS not there to help out against the Roar, not there to help out against the Lasso. And Aster, they bring 4 heroes mid. Okay, they've got a smoke. Oh my god, they smoked right on top of the Hawk. Keen know exactly what's happening. Maybe just tank the gank with the Coddle or something, or they can just back off. Yeah, there you go. Put the ward. Just run for it. Can they even catch Coddle? Okay, they've got the glimpse on him. Keeper of the Light's dead. That is a 4-man smoke rotation to find the enemy 5 position. Team Gaming are doing it. They do just have to continue playing fast. You can't go late with Beastmaster. The hero just does not do enough in a late game situation. But if they get this BKB and, you know, they get the Necrobook and they get a couple more items on OD. I don't know if OD needs this though. Does OD not also just need a BKB this game? Is that not the world we live in? I can understand the blink. It's really nice to have against Void. I don't know about the full Hurricane Pike though. I think he might just need a BKB. We'll see what he does. Got some tier 2 neutral items coming out at the moment. Void's got himself a Dragon Scale. We got Dragon Scale, Imp Claw, Aquila, and Essence Ring all already picked up for Keen. They're making way more out of the jungle currently, continuing to press this net worth lead. And Aster still just really looking to put that team fight together, but these first couple of chronos not working out the way that they would like. And Sniper really not where they want net worth wise either.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's what we got. Just has a level 4 chakra currently.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Surely they don't wait. I don't know if they wait for the full BKB. They can take this tier 2 probably. This tier 1 top probably. Now they're just walking into them. Okay. Comes back, put the kinetic field down. Team's coming over to help. Blind. It's gonna do something, but Sniper quickly finishes him off. They get the imprisonment onto the Void, but he's got a Time Walk and a Chronosphere once he comes out of that, and Keen do just have to run for it. Okay, bit of a random pickoff. SRF still just holding down the fort on this bottom side of the map. Does have some nice hawk vision for himself. Just continuing to apply continuous pressure onto this tier 2 tower. Should be opening up this, this dire jungle for Keen to really find a lot of farm there. But it's actually all still completely spawned. Like, they aren't taking all of that farm just yet. Fade getting gone, and they pop the Will-O-Wisp for this. He gets the lift off. Can he do anything? No, he gets imprisoned, and that's going to be the end of him.
I was the harbinger of
Pretty crazy, just dropping the Will-O-Wisp on the Rubik's Head. I guess it shows that they're really not looking to fight too much for the next little bit, though. As I say, that roar is happening bottom. Omni Knight does manage to get the Guardian Angel off, though, and he survives with the Heavenly Grace. Now, Keen gonna have to run for it. Can they get any vision for a glimpse? As Triple C jumping forward, hoping to give Baboka just a little sliver of vision to get the glimpse back, but in the end, they don't find anything. And that does create an opportunity now for the OD to put some more pressure on top. He grabs himself the Astral, though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And the lead will just continue to grow as the Troll Warlord farming his way through the jungle. Kama even feeling confident enough to go back and grab himself a Yasha just quickly. It is definitely a nice farming item. This guy, even on the more active carries, is definitely just—he's a greedy carry player at heart. Let's face it. I think that's really what this Yasha is about. Also, they're probably waiting for items on the other here. So we got the blink on the OD. He queues up the Hex next. Faceless Void. Like I said, SCCC really would love to get a good use of this Chronosphere, but Keen are just outmaneuvering them. They got that ward. They've sensed the smoke. They completely scan it out. And now knowing that there are heroes on the other side of the map, Keen thinking about making a move over here. They are using the Hawk Vision and some amazing warding from the Keeper of the Light just so effectively. It felt like the previous game, it was really Aster that were all over it on the Vision game and the rotations around the map, but Keen are hard reading Aster this game. Oh, who's ganking who here? They get the lift up on the Batrider. Looking pretty dead. Wait, to cancel the assassination. That is a Rubik imprisonment, so it can do some decent damage. Now the rest of Team Gaming coming in. They do drop the Chronosphere down into 3, but the Will-O-Wisp has come out at the same time. Will-O-Wisp will be stolen. Can they catch a little bit more? Batrider's dead. Troll Warlord committing hit hard into this fight, but he gets caught by the Static Storm Kinetic Field, getting dragged by the Will-O-Wisp. Can he press the Battle Trance? He's being bashed. He can't do it. Chion not in a great position, though. And OD does find him, just chunks him down with the orb. Oh, boy. It looked so good for Aster. Great Chrono, good Will-O-Wisp steal, but Sniper not in the right position and does just die. He did a decent amount of damage, but this flank kind of getting a bit too exposed. Troll was this close to getting Battle Trance off, and that fight being just a complete disaster. SRF doesn't have Roar for 35. And SCCC does have Vision up this hill. Baboka just trying to get some D-wards. Well, there's some D-hawking going on. And XXS, is he going... Okay, he's going Halberd for the... Actually, Halberd for the OD and the Troll. Pretty sick this game.
Bottom tower is under attack.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so Chrono on cooldown for 80, can't really do a whole lot there. Will-O-Wisp they've got back up in 45. So that maybe creates a little bit more of an opportunity as this tier 2 bottom finally falls. The net worth lead should, and the experience should still continue moving in Keen's favor. They've got a much bigger section of the map to work with, so if they're all kind of greedy farming while the Chronosphere is on cooldown, then they should just get more out of the map. And as you can see, the net worth is continuing to move up. Sniper feeling like he can't afford to keep going for more damage. It's just going to start looking towards a BKB. And Aster likely just setting their sights on hunkering down, playing for that high ground defense, hoping that they can get a good chrono off. But need to be so careful because all it's going to take is 1 or 2 good fights from Keen to completely close this game out. And they've got, again, the warding game has just been so good. Look at this. They've got them, like, completely pinned inside of their base. Smoke from Aster, but this may have been scouted? I'm not sure. Yeah, this seems like it's been scouted. Chem is out of there.
Radiant are scanning.
Chrono just now coming up, but yeah, look at this. Keener everywhere except for where Aster are trying to get this gank going. Keen just making 100% sure that they weren't trying to sneak a Roshan or something. It does look like Batrider's gonna die on mid lane here. If they can get vision on him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Cast the Will-O-Wisp because I think he was about to lose the duration anyway, and SCC will gladly take that kill. Bottom tier 3 is going to take a bit of damage off these creeps, but not the end of the world. But okay, the peak timing for Keen is just about to be realized. BKB, Hex, and Necro 3. If this timing doesn't win them the game, that's when things are going to start getting a bit more difficult, but that should, you would hope that would be enough. Aster definitely with their backs up against the wall. Coddle Coddle also going for an Ags. If he can get that, then
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Their push, their team fight, their siege, their everything potential is going to be insane. It's still a ways to go for Void to like pick up a BKB. Omni Knight still needs quite a bit of farm to get this halberd. They haven't taken a single tier 1 tower, which really just speaks volumes about the state of this game. And even Batrider's got this full pipe ready to siege into the high ground. Looking for this Blink Hex reveal. What do they see? Omni Knight on the high ground. Couldn't quite get close enough, and they don't know who's sitting up there with it. Need to be at least a little bit careful.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Haste, but needs to realize that it's not complete immunity for him. Faceless Void getting completely locked down, forced to pop the Chronosphere just to survive. Trollruler does have the BKB pop. They're going to try and focus down the Omni Knight first. He gets brought down. Static Storm Kinetic Field locking down the OD, but he's got the Hex, turning it back around onto the Void. SCC maybe biting off a bit more than he can chew. Does have a Time Walk, but he can't quite get it off. Another Will-O-Wisp splitting the fight up and keeping the Sniper locked down. Cheon walking too far forward. And we'll just have to stand and fight till the end here. Boboka, what can he get done? Puts in the kinetic field, but there is a blink away from the OD. He's going to survive. Sniper's still fighting, though. He's life-stealing. Here comes the blind, though, and here comes the troll. He got hit by blinding light and the axes. All right, there's just nothing for him there. And meanwhile, SRF was actually just taking their lane of Brax bottom. So the GG is called. 25 minutes, and that is the end of that. Keen Gaming. I really had my doubts about their draft, but they won pretty much all of their lanes. The Aster supports didn't look like they could do anything in the early game, and they just got kills everywhere. Like they got kills top, they got multiple kills bottom. Those first couple of Chronospheres from SCC really just did nothing. Like the first Chrono that they killed the Beastmaster, the second Chrono. Did they even kill the Batrider in the end? I'm not even sure if they did. It just, every move that they made, Keen just countered expertly. But I think to me the coolest thing about this whole game was watching how Keen's vision game was just giving them the win. Like almost every single smoke from Aster got scouted, and I think it's just one of those games where Aster are going to feel like nothing was going wrong, nothing was going right, and they're going to go back and they're going to look at the replay and they'll be like, aha, that's why, because we were just getting completely owned on the vision by the Beastmaster and this Keeper of the Light moving around. So that's going to wrap it up for game number 2, guys. Keen Gaming bringing it back from the brink. That does mean we're going to have a slightly longer day as we head into game number 3, but it's been some really good Dota so far, so I don't think anyone's complaining. We're going to head to a little break, and we'll be back for game 3 in just a couple of minutes. Catch you guys then.